right, I'm going to look at, this is CC3, section 2.1.7, number 2-70. So a little review of finding the perimeter and area of algebra tiles. So if we look at these tiles that were given, right, so we know that that is a one tile. So what does that tell me? Let me get real close. It tells me the ones tile, remember, it has a length of 1, and it's a 1 by 1. Its area is 1, right? And the X tile has a width of 1 and a length of X. So that length from here to here is X. And then this is the Y squared tile. So that tells me that that has a side length of Y, another side length of Y, Y by Y. And if I keep working way around, that would also be Y. What gets tricky is when I get over here. So I can see this one is X. That's not so bad. And that those little ones there are 1, and there's a 1 right here too. So both of those sides, that's a 1, that's a 1. What is this? That's the part that students struggle with. Well, if that length from here to here all the way across is Y, this whole thing from there to there is Y, well, I don't want all of it. I want to get rid of these two lengths, because that piece is all I need to know in order to find perimeter. So what are each of these little pieces here? Remember, all the width of the X tile is 1. So each of those are 1. So together that's 2. So right here, this little piece is 2. So the length from here to here would be Y minus 2. The length from there to there would be Y. That's Y minus 2. All right. So now I've got all of the side lengths labeled. So it asks me to write an expression, right? Write an expression that represents the perimeter of the shape. All right. And then there's a part B of that A. There's 2 parts of the A. Write an expression that represents the perimeter of the shape, which we'll do. But then it asks me to evaluate your expression given these 2 values. So the first part of A is the expression. So I'm just going to write it as is so we can just get the whole thing. So I'll start on this side and work my way around. So Y plus, remember that little piece there is Y minus 2, right? And then going this direction, plus X plus, I can add these up, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 altogether. So plus 4, or you can say plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. And then keep going around. That side there is plus X plus Y. And I end there because I started here. So at that point, let's combine like terms. All my Y's, how many Y's? 1, 2, 3, 4 Y's. So I'm going to say 4Y. And then my X's, I have 2 X's plus 2X. And then my numbers, I have a positive 4 and a minus 2. Remember, minus 2 is the same thing as saying negative 2, right? If you were to change this, you could say it's plus. If we're combining, you can always change a minus to be plus a negative 2. So 4 and negative 2 make it a positive 2. So that's the expression I get for A for the perimeter. For the perimeter. Now it wants me to go a step further and evaluate. Remember this word evaluate. Evaluate that expression when X is equal to 6 and Y is equal to 10. What are they saying? They're saying rewrite this expression, and instead of using X, use 6. Instead of using Y, use 10. So it's 4, and then it's times 10. So instead of Y, I'm putting a 10. So plus 2, then it's times 6 plus 2. So I'm evaluating this expression for these values of X and Y. And then solve it. Do the simplifying. 4 times 10 is 40, plus 2 times 6 is 12, plus 2. Now I can add this up, and I get 40 plus 12 plus 2 gives me 54. So that's my evaluating, that's my expression. So those are the two pieces that you need to have for A. The expression, simplified expression, and then the evaluation. All right, so part B. Part B wants us to find area, right? Area for part B. Now, area, and then it's also going to do an evaluate. So remember, area is just the name of the tiles is the area, right? When we talk about the name of the tiles, this tile is a y squared tile. Each of those tiles are x tiles, and that little tile is a 1 tile. So really, we're just adding up the tiles, combining whatever like tiles there are. So what I see is I have a y squared, I have 2 x's, and I have just a single unit, 1. So that's my area for this problem. And then it wants me to take, and that's as simplified as possible. I added the 2 x's. There's no other combining like terms. Then it wants me to take and evaluate, right? Evaluate this problem, evaluate the area when x is equal to 6, and again, y is equal to 10. So they want us to use the same numbers and plug them in and do the math. So instead of y, I'm going to write a 10, right? And remember that 10 is being squared. Where the y is now a 10, and it's being squared. That means y squared, 10 squared, okay? So plus 2 times 6 is what now x is, plus 1. So order of operations, you do your exponents first, you get 100, and you can multiply, you get 12. So now I have 100, because 10 times 10 is 100. 100 plus 12 plus 1 gives me 113. So that's the evaluating part of part B, and that's the expression part of part B.